largely for granted. And yet they are these miraculous beings. At once, so like us and so unlike us, that it can be startlingly strange. We don't always think about this, because birds are everywhere. There's really no other creature who we commonly see that's this different from us as a bird. We're ultimately made of different stuff from birds. We are, oh God, it's just so much fun to look around and see birds in the audience. You normally look in the audience, it's like human. It's just fabulous. We are made of heavy solids, humans, pretty much, which is why we're so terrestrial. Birds are largely made of air. We come from such a different lineage, and yet the miracle of it is that we can communicate with birds on such a deep and important level. This is a miracle, this is astonishing. I would love to have people realize, as we move through the world on our planet, what an incredible blessing it is to be among birds. So biology is really an exploration of bird essence. And the way I did it was I picked 7 species that each had a different thing to show us about birdies. What makes a bird a bird? I spent a lot of time thinking about the differences and the samenesses of them all. And this afternoon, are we afternoon at this point? Oh, in minutes. This morning and this afternoon, I'll be talking to you about mostly just 2 aspects of birdiness. What? This beautiful lady looks quite familiar, and in fact, Dr. Irene Pepperberg will be one of the speakers today. I have followed her career for a long, long time, and I was absolutely thrilled that this book let me meet her. And the reason was one of the aspects of birds that I wanted to explore in the book is the fact that all the creatures who have ever lived, including chimpanzees, from whom you can get a blood transfusion, and who share 98% of our genetic material. Of all the creatures who've ever lived, including many scientists believe Neanderthals, only birds can speak to us in English, in our language, in meaningful phrases. And that's amazing. We are so closely related to the chimps, but also we share 90% of our genetic material with any of the placental mammals. The placental mammals are everybody but the marsupials, like kangaroos, and the egg-laying mammals, like echidnas. But these guys, these birds, they're separated from us. We last shared an ancestor with birds something like 325 to 350 million years ago. And yet, of all creatures living on the planet, they're the only ones who can speak to us meaningfully in our own language. This is thrilling. Now, all of us who own Paris knew this for a long time, but it's Dr. Pepperberg who really showed it scientifically that parrots weren't really just mimicking, parroting, that they knew what they were saying. Now we know that not only do they appreciate and use human language, they also love music. This is Snowball, the dancing cockatoo. Has anyone heard of him? Okay, have you seen the great video? Well, for my 52nd birthday, I got to dance with Snowball. I got to meet him. Irina Schultz has a bird rescue. And what happened with Snowball was, he was an unwanted bird, believe it or not. He's now this global superstar. But what happened was he had fallen in love with a teenage girl who lived in the house, and then she committed the terrible sin of growing up and going to college. Well, you know, your mate just doesn't dump you and go to college. So, of course, he was livid with fury when she came back and attacked her. And the family, for some reason, wanted to keep their daughter but got rid of the bird. So he went to Parrot Rescue, to bird lovers only. This thing is making my head smaller. It's shrinking. God, I wish I could control it. All right. Can everybody hear me still? I'm sorry, I need a wardrobe malfunction. Okay. You know what? That might be good, because pretty soon my head is going to be down to this big.
I'm taking video of it. I don't know how long that's going to last. How much battery does that take? That could be an issue.
Can folks hear me? Thank you. Thanks for bearing with me on all this. Anyway, so Snowball, as you know, loves to dance. And he dances to the beat of his favorite songs. Now, this is really cute and it's really fun. But scientists have also found that this says something important about parrots' brains. Parrots are believed to be the only creatures besides human beings who can keep time to a beat. This is called beat perception and synchronization. And Snowball shows you, there's this guy from the Neurosciences Institute out in California who has come and tested to see that he really is dancing on the beat, which he is. And if you've ever danced with somebody who's a bad dancer or doesn't have a sense of timing, you just know to appreciate somebody like Snowball. I've got to say, too, when I was dancing with him, there was really only one human, one organism in my whole life that I felt this in sync with, and it was my father, and I'm genetically related to him. Here he is enjoying the attention of the paparazzi. This bird, this unwanted bird, has become this great spokesparrot for all of birddom. Not only urging people to adopt parrots, but also appreciating who they really are and their incredible intelligence. The intelligence of birds is astonishing, really, when you think that their intelligence had to have evolved differently from ours because we last shared a common ancestor so long ago. It's amazing that here is somebody who's really more closely related to crocodiles and dinosaurs and us, and yet they enjoy language, they enjoy music, they enjoy dance. These are the hallmarks of human culture. This is what we think makes us just so great. And yet, when you think of how birds are treated in this world versus the way how humans are elevated to such a huge height that we rule the planet, it really seems rather unfair. And I think that people like Dr. Pepperberg and birds like Snowball and folks like Kathy Lance are changing that. At least that's what I hope. Dr. Pepperberg will be talking to you today about some of the amazing achievements of Alex, the African gray. She has two other African grays that she's working with right now who I got to meet, and it was a real pleasure working with her. I really urge you to listen to her talk. She's a fantastic speaker.